studio so much more lately. I will say, Brandon, he really has, and it's always good to have him face to face.
He got a lot of nerves calling me out.
Yeah?
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the dude that cheerleaded for Jay Cutler. I mean, do you know how much love? Do you know how much love I got to have for Brandon Marshall to even sit next to you after support? Did you see the? Hold on. Forget all of that. Did you see the pictures of Jay Cutler hanging on a boat? He looked like Jabba the Hutt. I mean, are you kidding me? He looked like he looked all fat and slovenly. That's a quarterback in the NFL. Your dude.
And then when he got to the Jets, he was like, man, if only I was back in Chicago with Jay Cutler. Boy, you play with some bad quarterbacks.
Before we go, I was going to give everybody your stats, but the guys already introduced you. But I do want to mention, of course, 6-time Pro Bowler and friend of the show. Thank you so much for being here. You join us on behalf of AT&T's Audience Network and Audience Sports. Check them out on Twitter, @Audience Sports.
Yes, I'm the CEO. When you get to the plus side at 30 as an athlete, they try to kick you out the league. So AT&T's Audience Sports offered me a deal. They say, hey, you could be the CEO of our social media department. Yep. So my job this weekend for the rest of my my tenure is to get everybody to follow us on @Audience Sports. Okay. And the second thing is just be awesome this week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it. CEO is the best title. The other thing I want to get into with you, so you just tweeted your FT Super Pick to our First Take Twitter page. Keep doing that. We want to hear from you guys as well. And you went...
But hold on, before we move forward, I want to handle something.
Okay.
Every time I see you, you always bring up quarterbacks. You have no credibility when it comes to quarterbacks.
None.
So,
Zero.
All right. So you know what? I don't think this ever been done on this show. Someone say, you're right. You're right. And I'm retired from the quarterback department. I'm out of the personnel department. Well, I'm out of the personnel department.
The first step is admitting.
First of all, I want to say something. I'm very touched right now. I'm very touched right now, okay? You know, because I'm right all the time. Some people just have a hard time admitting it more than others. But I will say this to you. I feel sorry for you, man, because I consider you, in all seriousness, first of all, you're clearly one of the best people anybody. I mean, y'all don't have any idea how good of a guy this dude is. But what really resonates with me is the fact that you are a big-time receiver.
Yeah.
You just can't find a quarterback to save your damn life. I mean, could you please pick a team with a quarterback?
Well, I'm on a team, and no, it's more about consistency and being able to keep it together. No, yeah, Ryan Fitzpatrick in 2015. Ryan Fitzpatrick in 2015 had one of the greatest seasons of any quarterback that year, so we weren't just able to do it the next year. So I had some great quarterback play.
One of the greatest seasons of his career, not of any quarterback in the NFL.
No, I said that year.
By the way,
I said that year.
Don't flatter this man.
And he deserved his contract.
Hey, you're retired.
Hold on.
Right, you're right.
Don't flatter this man.
Thank you.
Time out. I hope everyone knows.
That's right. Put that sign up.
I hope everyone knows the real reason that he has that sign. It's got nothing to do with Stephen A. Smith or anything like that. You owe Antonio Brown a Porsche because you lost that bet. That's what happened.
I do.
And you said,
the keys, where's the keys?
And you thought he's got Ben Roethlisberger throwing him the ball, and I'm trying to talk up these quarterbacks like they're something. Now you're retired from personnel.
Yeah, here's the keys to the Porsche. Here's the keys.
I'm glad. Let me see. Let me make sure that's a Porsche. Let me make sure that's a Porsche. I don't know if that's a Porsche. Listen, Antonio Brown told me to remind you, you owe him that Porsche. But here's the deal. You talked about just a few days ago, you tired of hearing about Belichick.
Yeah.
Why? Why did you say that? Explain that.
Simple, Matt Patricia. You know, it's about the team, and you guys know whether it's in sports, in corporations, on television, you're sitting at a panel with a team of people. It's about the team, and Coach Belichick is great. You have a coach that has a vision, and then you have to have people underneath you that believe in that vision and carry it out every single day. So he gives his coaches creative control. And we're looking at one of the best defenses this year, one of the best defenses that we really that the league has ever seen. And the numbers may not show that, but we're talking about in critical moments, in situational football. That's where it comes down to. It's third down, red zone, 2-minute offense, 2-minute defense, 4-minute offense, 4-minute defense. They are the best. This is the #1 scoring defense in the NFL, and that's what it's about. Do we have more points than you guys? And Matt Patricia constructs that defense every single week.
But what about delegation? What about the fact that, you know, you're at the top, you delegate responsibility to individuals who answer to you, and the fact that you've delegated properly to dudes that handle their business? Doesn't Bill Belichick deserve profound credit for that?
No, of course, he's the GOAT. He's the greatest of all time. He's the GOAT. But, you know, what we always hear is, what does everyone say? And we need to stop. I'm challenging everyone in sports, covering sports, to stop saying this. Well, every year, Bill Belichick, he takes off the #1 option. Everyone says that. It's time for new material. But that's my problem. It's always Bill Belichick, Bill Belichick. Why aren't we saying Matt Patricia?
Well, I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. Because Bill Belichick is not just the coach who's had an unprecedented run in an era of parity, as you and everybody knows. He's also the GM.
Yeah.
So he's also the guy, and in a hard cap league, the job more than anything is properly priced commodities, players, sorry, you know, but that's what it is. In the draft, in free agency, who you let go, who you sign. Belichick's doing all of that. Now, when I say doing all that, of course he has people underneath him. He's the general. He has the troops underneath him. But it's him at the top, coaching and GMing.
Correct.
But it's a team, and you're not giving anyone else
let me clarify what I'm trying to say. It's time for us to spread the wealth.
Yep.
It's time for us, and there's an argument that we have, and they have, because he has a coaching tree, got coaches all over the place. So
Nick
I'm just talking about the narrative in the media.
More people love.
The narrative in the media needs to change. We need to start talking about Matt Patricia. Josh McDaniels gets his love, and he'll have a coaching job soon.
Real quick, because we don't have that much more time with you, and we do have a few more minutes, but I want to get into this. So we had Dion on. He picked the Falcons. Yeah. We had Dan Marino. He picked the Falcons. With your tweet, you picked the Patriots. Obviously, you talked about how highly touted this defense is and underrated. But why are you confident that they're going to get it done?
Well, it's simple. It's Bill Belichick. It's Tom Brady.
Better say Matt Patricia now. You can't give that.
Matt Patricia. And we're looking at the most disciplined, prepared team in all of sports.
But what about that Falcons offense? How high-powered they are?
Oh, my gosh. I mean, Matt Ryan has done something that no one else in the league has ever done before. He's thrown 13 touchdowns to 13 different receivers, and that's a testament of what Kyle Shanahan has been able to do with this offense. We've never seen an offense like this. We've never seen an offense like this. This is a traditional offense that no one can figure out. This isn't Chip Kelly's approach. This isn't the Wildcat. This isn't a quarterback that no one thought can run, and now you got to put 8 in the box and you're scrambling. This is a stretch zone to the right, stretch to the left, keeper, meaning a play action pass here and there, Julio Jones on the outside. This is a traditional approach that no one can figure out. That's why this is the greatest offense that we have ever seen.
We've had conversations about the best receivers in football.
Yeah.
Your name hasn't been mentioned in that category, primarily because you can't find a damn quarterback. We all know this. You don't want to say it. I'm going to say it. You're retired, so you're not allowed to rebut that argument. Don't get me started. Geno Smith, Ryan Fitzpatrick, Jay Cutler. Don't get me started. However, I will ask you this question. Julio Jones, Antonio Brown, Odell Beckham Jr. When we've talked about them, we've said these are maybe the 3 best receivers in football. Where do you put yourself amongst the elite receivers in the sport of the NFL?
NFL stands for what have you done for me lately? Last year was a down year for several reasons. I'm not even in the top 30, but, you know, yeah, I mean, I had 700 and something yards. It's not. But this year, I promise you I'll be in the top 5 at the end of the next year.
How can you make such a problem? Hold on. How can you make such a... This is what drives me crazy about
I'll bet a Porsche. I'll bet a Porsche.
Where's the Porsche? Where's the keys? How can you make such a guarantee and you don't have a quarterback? You can't throw it to yourself? Why do you do that?
I'm out of the quarterback department. I'm retired.
He's retired. On that
I'm out of the quarterback department.
We want to see you with the big-time quarterback.
He keeps doing it to himself. He keeps setting himself up for misery.
He's got to go, but we got to follow at Audience Sports.
Yes,
correct?
follow me.
Okay,
Follow me.
And you are the CEO. Brandon,
I'm the CEO.
We so appreciate you. Thank you so much. Come back again.